Good morning.
Good morning, Boker Tov.
Can we make a big circle and everybody can see me, okay? I'm afraid of you. Come over here, please. But can we start the story beginning? 1922, if you can see this map, we're here. 1922, the French and the British have enough to stay in the Middle East. They start to sit and make agreements. What's going to be Syria, what's going to be Israel. This agreement takes about 24 years. After so many agreements, what they didn't realize, agreements in the Middle East not going together. You can ask someone. Suddenly they decide, after so many agreements, Israel takes the White Village, plus the Banyas where we end of the tour, plus this road what we drove 80 kilometers long on the Golan is full of spring, it will be Israel. Top of the mountain, skyline, it will be Syria. Sort of fair enough. What really happened here, this is what we come to understand. 1946, after so many agreements, the French drove from the Golan, led to the Syrian independence. 1948, who knows what's happened in 1948? Israel became a state. We came from all over the world. Emil, you know what's the main problem? We came from all over the world. Emil?
What would be the main?
We didn't check the neighbors. Yeah, you laugh.
Well done.
We cry out till today. The neighbors start the war, puts us from here straight back down to the valley. Straight after 48 war in this area, the map changed. Where the map?
Where's the other man?
The map changed.
What's left of it?
Straight after 1948, you can understand this map. Galers, Great Volcano, Golan, Kinneret, Achula Valley, Galilee Mountain, Lebanon, Syria, and Jordan. Guys, it's the Middle East, not the Middle West. Straight after 1948 in the Golan, Syria, by the Russian engineers idea, they took all the civilians. When I said all the civilians, it was few families around the spring, and moved them back to Syria and to Damascus, and occupied the Golan by the three military lines. Every military line. But the first line over here, second line, the sky line, third line is the Volcano Hills. You go later on with the bus. 10 years. You know what we done this time? We decide we get the valley like this, 5,000 acre flat, 10,000 acre swamp. We decide to drain the swamp to bring Jew to make agriculture. We try by eucalyptus, rice, agriculture, didn't success. And then we understand. We not exactly understand, we brought some engineers, and they told us the lava comes north in the Golan and blocks the valley. Lava block. To drain the swamp, we built a dam at the end of the valley, open the lava block 6 kilometers south, digging 2 canals, the east canal and the west canal through the lake, through the swamp, collapse the dam, and all this water went down to the Kinneret 1951-57. 1964, the Syrians end to develop the free line of bunkers. They watch back to the valley behind me. And they understand is 70% of the Kinneret, 30% from all Israeli water comes from the Syrian control. Everything they told by the Russians. They occupied the White Village from the Lebanese. Bruce, on the map right here, 25% of the River Jordan. And they start to move the water to the Banyas. Each one of them, 25% of the River Jordan. Other 50% come from Dan. Dan is right here. You see the kibbutz Dan?
Yeah.
Behind the kibbutz is the spring of Dan, 50% of the River Jordan. And from the Banyas, they plan to make big canals in the slope and the Golan, collect all the spring and put it in the Golan Beaver Yarmouk. Dam in Yarmouk, pump the water to Jordan, to Syria, dry Achula Valley, and dry the Kinneret. If you know this area, they start to work in 1964 in the north, in the center, and the south. Israel was polite, asked them to stop, they didn't. Israel asked United Nations, please stop those Syrians, make those canals. It's the first time we understand United Nations, united nothing. 64, 67, big fight, the fight on the water. You said over here, 67 started in 1964. The war of the water. They have a lot of book of that. Till 67 war started in Egypt. 2 days later, Jordanian came into the war. Those days, the Syrian seat over here continued to shell of those kibbutzim. I don't remember much. You know my Emil? I know your name.
Too young,
Sorry.
buddy.
I was 1 year old. On a kibbutz in a bomb shelter, 20 kilometers south from here. On the third night, on the war. The second night, Jordanian came into the war. Third night, the Syrian shakes the valley by 40 tons of rocket. All the kibbutzim destroyed. Big group of those civilians from Achula Valley, from kibbutz Kfar Giladi, where the quarry, and kibbutz Agushim went up to Prime Minister Levi Eshkol to Jerusalem. Start to push and take the Golan, at least stop the fire. And Israeli government, we have a minister, Prime Minister Levi Eshkol, Minister of Defense Moshe Dayan. Moshe Dayan was against to take the Golan, afraid to lose a lot of life. He received to the farmers, we don't take the Golan. They're really back upset to the valley. Just the 5th days after we took Sinai, West Bank, east of Jerusalem, same guy, Moshe Dayan, finds the momentum. Guys, everything it was a minute. He finds the momentum, didn't ask Levi Eshkol, didn't ask Yitzhak Rabin, Chief of Staff, didn't ask anyone, give the order to Dado, David Elazar. 7:30 in the morning, the 5th days on the war was Friday, go halfway, takes the Golan. Guys, 7:30 in the morning, where's the sun? East, where's the Israeli? West, without Ray-Ban. They start to climb for north, center, and south. By noontime with the big fight, the worst fight was those 3 bunkers. We take the first line, the line of the water. When the night came, we take the second line. The Syrian complaining to United Nations, please stop those Israelis. And United Nations, their foreign minister named Abba Eben. You heard this name?
No.
Abba Eben, our foreign minister, spoke in United Nations 12 hours. Keep United Nations busy. What you call filibuster. That to Israeli take the third line with Konetra. When Israel took Konetra, Syrian break down, blood the bank, 10 o'clock in the morning, Saturday. Syrians start to run away inside to Damascus.
How did they take it? By troops on the ground, big weapons? What method did
Okay, it's a good book, say 6-Day War by Michael Oren. And he mentioned in the book
6 days
of
of
Michael.
war.
Yeah,
Not
6
the
days of
6-day
war. Yeah.
6 days of war. The
This
relative
give
day.
you all the detail, but the detail we start the war by shutting all the aircraft in the Middle East. We don't have any aircraft fight. And obviously they didn't have any movement between those days. Most of the fight was in Egypt and Sinai. Just shooting and shooting back. It was kind of momentum, you know. After we took Sinai, West Bank, east of Jerusalem, we had very good momentum, and then we took the Golan because they hear what's going on. Guys, when we take Konetra with the third line of the Syrian defense, 10 o'clock in the morning, the Syrian army start to break down, load the bunkers, and run away inside of Damascus. We just follow them. 5 o'clock afternoon, big pressure for Russia to Israel. If Russia and the States stay in the Mediterranean and watch us, think about it. Nothing changed. They're still there. Putin's still here. Yeah,
Russians are
No,
back.
they're never gone. Boys, they're never gone. They always was here.
Nothing changed.
Yeah, nothing changed. This is the Middle East, not the Middle West. And 5 o'clock afternoon, big pressure for Russia to Israel. If you don't stop right now, we're going to stop you. We decide to stop. Not mess with the white bear, with the Russians. This about 1948, 67, about this place. Climb up on the creek into the white village. Drive from the creek on the mountain, climb up to the Mount Hermon, this Lebanon.
Okay.
Over there in Lebanon, the three borders, Lebanon, Syria, and Israel.
Right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
3 borders, and then Syria.
This is Israeli Golan Heights. This was Syria up until 1967.
Okay.
This was a Syrian front position. You could see into the kibbutzim. They used to sniper. You could see into the windows. They used to have a soldier get up on the wrong side of the...
Bruce, I did not realize it was a water battle initially. I did not. They shut the water off for Israel.
It's all about water. This is a dry part of the world.
So there wouldn't have been a fight if they hadn't tried to block the water. It was because they blocked the water that the fight started?
No, the diversion canal, the attempt at diverting 2 of the 3 sources of the Jordan River, which filled up the reservoir, the Sea of Galilee, they were all up here. And the first source, well, this is a great vantage point. The first source is right on the other side of that white village there. It's called the Tetzbani. It's in southern Lebanon. The Syrians wanted to take the water in a pipe, pump it over to the Banyas, where we're going to go in a few minutes, right over here, and dig a canal from the Banyas across the Golan Heights, drop the water into Jordan, and you'd bypass Israel altogether. And that would have been much more problematic than the borders.
And why did they do that? Pure vicious? Why?
If you couldn't beat them on the ground,
Choke
if you
'em.
couldn't beat them on the ground, find some other means of dealing with this, with your enemy. It was an attempt at literally drying up Israel. Well, the Californians understand about
Oh, yeah.
water.
We're trying, but
I had no idea.
Israel has just opened a desalination plant in California, which has a 1.6 billion capacity per year, cubic meter capacity. It's an Israeli.
It's
an
technology.
Israeli.
Yeah, it's Israeli technology,
which one? San Diego? They revamped an old thing that's Israeli.
So this is pure vicious.
desalination.
This is a vicious.
Yeah.
It didn't exist.
Attempt to destroy the people.
Yeah, absolutely. This is their attempt in the 60s. They were going to pour the water down the toilet, as long as the Israelis don't get it. That's from their point of view, it doesn't make any difference. As long as the Israelis don't get the water, as long as we can dry the country up. If we dry the country up, we stop development. If we dry the country up, we stop nuclear.
And that's Assad's father.
That's Assad. That's Hafez al-Assad. Yeah.
Now, a little twist on that is that the Assads are Alawite Muslims. They're around 11% of the Syrian population. That little village over there, that's an Alawite village. And when we get back to the hotel, the guy bringing your bags tomorrow, if he's there, Abdallah, he lives in this village over here. He works at Hagoshlim. Some of the workers are from Rajab, right over there. Talk to him every once in a while.
The village itself is split.
Yeah, it's split. Part in Lebanon.
I
Part in
heard
Israel.
Arabic being spoken at breakfast.
Yeah. Well, some of them are from the villages here, and some of the waiters are actually students at a college down the road. They may come from Nazareth, they may come from other places, and it's a mix of Druze and some of the Arab things. A lot of the Sunnis in Syria, Sunni majority, they don't like the fact that Assad is an Alawite. They're like the Alawites have a little bit of Christianity. They've got a little bit of pagan gods. The Sunnis don't like that, and he's running Syria. It's a basic sectarian war. What's going on there?
Right.
The whole country is divided up now along sectarian lines.
So how close is the party? It can't be that far away from where we
what?
are. The Syrian.
Yeah, I'm not giving them to you right now.
Lebanon is right
I
on
need
Central
someone.
Lebanon.